guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, I am 8.5 weeks pregnant. I will be 9 weeks pregnant in like 2 days. And I just wanted to give a little bit of an update on what's been going on. Around 5 weeks and 5 days, I had some bleeding, which led me to believe that I was miscarrying, but the bleeding didn't continue. And so I ended up getting my blood drawn and was tracking my HCG that way, and did notice that the numbers were still going up, so that was good. I also had my progesterone kind of tank, so I started taking some cream for that, and I was able to get that up to a really good spot. So the next thing I was waiting on was to get an ultrasound done. I haven't been able to go see a specific provider because I am so early on, and they typically won't let you establish care anywhere until you're like 11 weeks, I guess, at least for the places that I was calling in my area. But I did find a women's clinic. It's like a free women's clinic that does offer ultrasounds starting at 8 weeks. So I did have to wait till I was at least 8 weeks pregnant, and I had my ultrasound done a couple days ago. So I wanted to share like that experience and the results and stuff from that, and like kind of what's going on now and my game plan going forward. Sorry if I'm out of breath or I sound out of breath. It's because I am, and I do kind of look a little crazy. It's Monday, it's an errand day for me, so I don't really care what I look like around the house when I'm trying to get things done. So that's why I'm all like this, but I just wanted to film this video and get this out for you guys as soon as possible and not wait till like I feel like I'm looking nice enough to film one. So a couple days ago I went in for my ultrasound. I thought that I was only going to be getting an abdominal ultrasound done, but they kind of surprised me and they said they were going to do both an abdominal ultrasound and a transvaginal ultrasound. And the reason why they wanted to do that was because I was only 8 weeks pregnant. I think I was 8 weeks and 3 days pregnant. First thing that they wanted to do was have me do a pregnancy test, but because I had to keep my bladder full for the ultrasound, they asked me to just like pee 3 drops in a cup. I was like, I'm gonna try. Thankfully it was a lot easier than I thought it was gonna be, and my bladder was actually plenty full for the ultrasound, maybe even a little too full, but the ultrasound tech lady, she just like, well, it's better that your bladder's full than not full enough. So anyways, I did the pee test, so they confirmed that I was pregnant, and then we did the abdominal. Oh my gosh, why do I keep saying it like that? Abdominal. It's like the abominable snowman or something. We did the abdominal ultrasound first, and right away we could see there was a little baby in there. Of course, at this stage they don't look like much, it's kind of just like a little blob, but we did get to see the baby, and right away we could see some flickering, so we could see that there was a heartbeat. So the lady went about measuring everything. It was pretty crazy. We could still see like the sac that was around the baby, and we could see, I think they called it the yolk sac, that was nourishing the baby because the placenta hadn't started forming yet. I think that's how she explained it to me. She measured some things with the baby. Baby is measuring, at that time I don't know why I said he, I don't know what the baby is. I think because Xander was my last baby and it was a boy, that just like I keep saying he. For the record, I don't know what baby is. Baby was measuring 8 weeks and 6 days, and I was 8 weeks and 3 days. She measured the heartbeat, and the heart rate was 169 beats per minute, so that was a good, strong heartbeat. And then she said that the length of baby was like 2.2 centimeters, so just a little baby blob. So yeah, she checked that stuff. And then they had me go and empty my bladder, and then she did the transvaginal ultrasound. I'm not sure what more they can see with that, so they got a real good look at things with 2 ultrasounds. At least we got to see the baby 2 times. But the transvaginal ultrasound, obviously you could see a lot more with that. We could see the baby more up close, and she did take a picture for us, which I'll show you. I felt like it was nice and thorough because she also had a student in the room, so she was really explaining everything that she was looking for and taking a picture of. So that was pretty cool. And then what surprised us was that at least 2 or 3 times when she was getting an up close picture of the baby moved, like wiggled, and they sounded surprised too that we got to see that. I guess when the baby is that young, it's you just don't see them moving a whole lot, but the baby moved like 2 or 3 times, and to see that was just so crazy. Like, to think this tiny little baby inside of me, like we got to see it wiggle. it was just blowing my mind for the rest of the day. So yeah, that was good. And then after my ultrasound was done, she asked me if I needed anything. That clinic is really cool. I didn't know much about it, but they really do try to support women in the area. I guess especially single women or women that just really need support. So they give out prenatals and anything you may need. So it was a really cool place. She gave me a whole bag of goodies, which I honestly haven't looked through yet. I'm probably just gonna go through it now with you guys. They did give me a onesie. And she gave me some papers that had like resources on it as far as, you know, what you can and can't eat while you're pregnant, and like, it looks like this one. The first 9 months, it kind of explains what to expect or what things look like during the weeks that you are pregnant. So this isn't my first rodeo though. Even though I feel like every time I'm pregnant, when I read along with a pregnancy book or follow along with a pregnancy app, I'm reminded of these things that develop each week of pregnancy that I forgot. You know, like I don't keep track of when things grow, and it still amazes me to follow along and learn like what develops at 9 weeks, what develops at 10 weeks, and so on. They have a whole lot of stuff. It's pretty cool. It says it's a pregnancy clinic and family resource place. So they even offer like abortion pill reversal, all kinds of stuff it looks like. Different services. I know she explained that they have different groups for support, even for the mom, for the dad, for the couples. So it's really cool to see like how they're supporting this area, really trying to be there for the ladies that are pregnant and stuff. Really cool place. But anyways, I'll get to the cool part, which is showing you guys the picture of the little baby blob. It was funny because the ultrasound tech lady was like, she wanted to label the pictures so we knew what we were looking at, but I'm like, there's not much to label because there's not a whole lot that you can see on these ultrasounds when they're so little. And there's the little baby. So the baby's kind of laying upside down, so this is the baby's back and the baby's head. I think that that's the baby's arm right there, and like the baby's legs and stuff would be curled up here. So that is a little baby blob. Yeah, so I am just obviously relieved that everything looks good. I actually also just got the phone call today from the same office because they had told me that they have a doctor who kind of oversees all of the ultrasounds, so she was going to look at my ultrasound results and they would call me with the results. So I was kind of like, okay. I mean, everything looked good, but I didn't know if maybe there was something the ultrasound tech lady saw and they couldn't tell me because they would want the doctor to look at it. So today I did actually get the phone call. I think it was the same lady who did my ultrasound, and she pretty much said the lady who oversees everything looked at my results, and she's like, yeah, so she was able to confirm 3 things. She's like, she was able to confirm that there is one viable baby. The baby's heart rate was a strong 169 beats per minute, so that's really strong, good heartbeat. And then baby was measuring 8 weeks and 6 days, so measuring a little bit bigger. And I was like, okay. And I thought she was gonna say more than that, but she was like, yeah, and so she's like, later on when you have a provider, if they need information from the ultrasound, you know, just contact us and we can send them over the results. I'm like, okay. And then she was quiet and I'm like, okay, good. Like, and that was it. I thought she was maybe gonna tell me something. I don't know what she was gonna tell me, but I was just like, I thought if they were gonna call me that maybe that meant there was more that they were gonna tell me about it. I don't know. No news is good news. I'm glad there's nothing else going on. Everything looks healthy. I guess I'll never get answers as to why I had that bleeding initially. I don't know, but I'm not gonna worry about it. Got to see baby. I'm glad that baby is also measuring bigger because I feel like I'd prefer having baby measure a couple days bigger and know that baby's growing actively rather than like feel like if the baby was measuring smaller or something, I'd still kind of be sort of scared that things weren't going well. All of my kids so far have always measured on the bigger side, so I feel like with that it's also comforting. That is the update. I'm still going to try to take it easy during this first trimester, and I'm just trying not to do too much. So from here on out for the rest of my first trimester, I think I'm gonna kind of take it easy, try not to trigger anything abnormal, and I'm thinking maybe after I'm past the first trimester that I'll start exercising again, because I really do miss it. I miss it so bad. It's so hard not to exercise right now. But anyways, that's a whole other topic. Just wanted to film this, get you guys updated. I didn't want to leave you in suspense because you're probably all wondering, like, what are the results? I know she had the ultrasound already. So that's what's going on. Yeah, I have no further appointments right now. I don't think that I will be seen by any provider or anything until I'm like 11 or 12 weeks along. So that's gonna be in another like 3 weeks or so. So we're just gonna chill. And I feel like I'm finally gonna be able to enjoy this pregnancy, or feel like that I can actually get excited. You know, I was afraid to get too attached because I was worried that I was going to miscarry, and I didn't want to be so emotionally involved, even though I already was. But, you know, so I feel like now I can get excited, and it feels good. So that's all that I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you are doing well, and I will see you in my next video.